Hey everybody, you're watching Cat Roll Hunter, and I went to another coin show and I picked up all of these things here, but one of these things was a crazy good deal. All because the coin dealer messed up big time. Take a peek back here and let me know if you can see what I can see. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, this is James and you're watching my channel Cat Roll Hunter, and yesterday, at the time of filming, yesterday was Sunday, June the 8th, I went to the Brantford coin show, Brantford being in southwestern Ontario. I picked up a whole bunch of things for my collection, and I gotta say, one of these things was a crazy good deal. Check this out. Can you see what's going on here? The dealer had these behind the table, a whole stack of them, and these were 2000 and 1999 and 1992 coins. For those 3 years, there was a different coin minted for each month, and the dealer was selling these for $5 a piece, and this one happened to be at the very top. And I just said to the dealer, "You want $4 for that? I will take it." So he picks it up. As soon as he picked it up, he said, "There's a silver quarter in there." And there is, right here. Did you notice it? It is not the same as all the rest here. So these all attract with the magnet, but this one does not. And you can see it is a little bit lighter, brighter white than the rest. That is a sterling silver quarter. Now, to be fair, as soon as he said, there's a silver quarter, I was going to say it to him. I was going to let him know. I know this dealer, and this isn't something I would expect that they would have missed. I said, of course, I'd be willing to pay more than $4 for it. And he said, no. He actually joked. He said, actually, I put it there to see if anybody would notice. I said, really? He said, no, not really. But he says they buy these all the time. It was really common for people to collect these quarters in 1999, 2000, 1992 and put them together like this. And then when people are selling collections, they bring them in and they just buy them probably at face value. So they were selling these, there's $3 worth of quarters in here. They were selling them for $4 each. He insisted that I buy it for $4, so I guess lesson learned for him and a great deal for me. Obviously, it made me pretty happy, but that is pretty awesome. So I'll look and see if any of the rest of these are in a mint state and keep them. I think some of them, when I looked at them, are actually probably circulated, so I won't keep those ones necessarily, but I will certainly keep that guy right there. That was an awesome find. So I'll show you what else I got here. Nothing really crazy, but there are some very interesting things here, and I'll show you what I got and why. So first of all, right here, I got a wrapped roll of these 2025 Supreme Court loonies, and it's a mixed roll. It's got both non-color and color in it. What's interesting about this is that for whatever reason, the mint didn't release these in special mint wrap rolls, but they normally sell these in a special mint wrap roll for $55. So I've got them up here. Here is the Ella Montgomery. They were selling them either the non-colorized or the colorized, $55. This is mixed, just delivered from the mint in this wrapper. I got this for $35. So it's $25 face value, significantly less than one would pay if you were buying the mint issue. But I just don't come across these very often. So it's a little bit of a premium. Basically, it's essentially what I would pay if I wanted a colorized and non-colorized from a coin dealer. They're basically selling them for about $5 each. So that's the $10 markup right there. And then the rest at face value. So that was a pretty good deal. I got a couple of other things that caught my eye. This is the 2017 Caribou. And what's interesting about the 2017 Caribou is that this was only sold in rolls. This was not in, these weren't issued for circulation. So really only to collectors. There were a bunch of different quarters, the Hope for a Green Future, the Stanley Cup, but they didn't issue a Caribou for circulation. So I don't actually have one. And I don't know if you can see the price, and there was $1.50. So it wasn't too much, but it's brilliant uncirculated right from a mint roll. So I thought that's a good one for my collection. It's a hole in my album right now. Got a couple of other newer ones too. I got a 2024 and 2025 50-cent piece. I paid $2 each for these, but they, again, also from mint rolls, but filling a hole in my collection. These are things I cannot get coin roll hunting. It would be very strange If I found one maybe in a roll of loonies, I suppose it's possible. Not likely. And then a bunch of other things. Now, this is one that I've always hoped to find coin roll hunting, and this is the men's hockey 2009 raised 2. I'll throw it under the scope and we can take a peek. Now, I didn't pay $15 for it. I paid less than the sticker price actually for all of these ones that have this orange sticker. I think altogether it was about $110 in the sticker price, and I paid $85. So I want you to bear that in mind when I show you a couple of the other things in a moment. But we'll throw this one under the scope and we'll take a closer look. So what we're looking at here is this 2 on the hockey player's skate, on their shin here. And that 2 is raised. There's another version, the common version, where it's incused. That 2 is actually set in. You'll actually see sort of there's a line that's sort of carved around there and the 2 is set in. So this is the rare one. I still hope to find this coin roll hunting, but it's probably not going to be BU like this one. So it was there. It was kind of an impulse decision and I bought it. One piece of advice, if you're going to a coin show, it's like taking a kid to a candy store. I would strongly suggest bringing a list, and a short one. What is it that you want to get? Is there a particular hole in your collection you want to fill? Otherwise, you might end up doing what I just did, which is getting a whole lot of things that you didn't set out to get. Well, that's just the way it goes sometimes. Next up, I bought a bunch of specimen quarters. So these have a very special finish. And I got a bunch of years, 2007. I don't know why I got 2 2015s, but I did. 2012, 2006, 2005, 2004. Here's when you can really see what that finish is like. It's basically like a satin finish in the fields, but that caribou is very shiny. It's almost like a reverse proof type of finish. Same thing on the obverse, where the queen's face is very glossy, where there's a satin finish on the fields. They're striking coins, and they're all really low mint. They were all sold in sets. I'll see if I can find the mintage on a couple of these just to give you a sense of how limited these things are. So I had to go to an archived site here with the Royal Canadian Mint to find that the 2012 specimen set was limited to 35,000 items. So that's what this one here is. This finish is slightly different than the other one. It looks more, I don't know, look more grainy or something on the fields, whereas a lot of the specimens have more like vertical lines. But these are beautiful coins. And you can see the price, $2 or $1.50. And of course I got a discount on them too. So those were great. Where I think I got a really fantastic deal here though was all of these. These are all silver proofs. These are sterling silver, and you'll see that the price here is $8, but I paid, got a discount on all of them. They're all $8, and these are all silver. We can take the magnet to all of them. They're all labeled silver except for this last one, but this is in fact a silver quarter. So I didn't pay $8. I probably paid closer to, like, let's say $7, even a little bit less. But why this is a great deal is because the price of silver is even better than this. I'll pull up the CoinApps coin silver calculator. We'll take a look. So here it is. This is coinapps.com. I've shown this website before. It's a great resource if you want to find out what the silver value is based on today's silver prices. So I can look here, silver coins. I can look up Canadian. There's a button right here for Canadian silver coin melt value calculator. So on here, I can select the coin. Now, what I'm going to do here is look under quarters, and I'm going to click on George V 925 silver. I'm going to put 1 in there. The reason I'm going to do that is because those are the same specifications as these guys here. They're 5.83 grams, and they are 925 silver. So just for the sake of ease, I'll put that in there. Now, I've got this set right now to US dollars. I'm going to change this to Canadian dollars. And you'll see that the melt value right now is $8 and almost 71 cents per coin at melt. These are beautiful proof quarters in silver. They certainly have some numismatic value that I got for under melt. I basically just took all the ones that I could find in there that were at this price. And I don't know if they just hadn't repriced them because there were other silver proofs that were in there for $12 and $15. So maybe I just got lucky and found some old stock that hadn't been updated with the price of silver as it is today. But like I said, I got this for 6 something. So those were fantastic deals. And I got 07, 10, 11, got 6, 5, 2004, 2, 2001, 2003. really, really awesome additions to my collection. I don't really have many silver proofs. I have a few proof quarters that I found coin roll hunting, but they were certainly in circulated condition, and they weren't silver either. So these guys right here, I'm really excited to show these. These were at a different dealer table, and these are 2 rolls of 1970 nickels. These are original bank wrapped rolls from 1970. The collector who got this one here dated it April 1971. Maybe those are the collector's initials. And the dealer came across a whole box of these that had come in as part of a collection. So here's what I'm thinking of doing with these ones, and I want to get your input. Let me know if you think this would be an interesting video. What I'd love to do is maybe keep one of these sealed, but open one of these and look through them all and see if I can find a high mint state coin. See if we can find a few that might grade an MS66 and send it in to ICCS to get graded. And I'll pull up the Charlton catalog so you can see why finding something in a high grade and getting it authenticated and graded by ICCS would be a good move, if there's anything that high grade in here. So first, I should probably let you know what I paid for these. I paid $30 a roll for these. So that's a significant jump over the $2 face value in the roll. But that's 75 cents a coin. If we look in the Charlton catalog here, we can see that 1970, this is the low mint year. See, it's just over 5 million. Everything else was considerably higher. So in an MS63, they're $2 coins. So you can't go wrong, I think, for that. But check this out. If it's an MS64, it's a $10 coin. If I can get something graded in MS65, it's a $30 coin. I'm going to pay $11, $12 for grading, even at a bulk rate. If I can get one in an MS66, this might be aspirational, $225. If I can find just 1 or 2 that possibly could grade an MS66, it would be a significantly rewarded effort for sure. Now, can I find an MS66 in a 1970 mint roll? I actually have no idea. So this is a bit of an experiment for me to do that. That would be a separate video. I want to know in the comments below. Please let me know, what do you think? A, is that a video you'd like to see where I look through these and we try to find the best of the best? This one here, yeah, it's just a little bit of a glare off there. I thought it was damaged. Do you have any experience with older rolls? This one's a Brinks roll. This one is the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. Do you think I could actually find an MS66? The fact that it's listed at MS66 here suggests that at least some have been found and graded that way. And you'll see that getting it in an MS66 is actually pretty significant for all of these issues, even the ones that are really high mint. And I think what that means is that the likelihood of getting an MS66 is probably pretty low. So it's a bit of a gamble, but I thought that might make for a fun video. And of course, if we can hit the jackpot on an MS66, that would be fantastic. I just don't think I'd get any higher than that, but that would be well worth it. Last up, I got here a $1 1973 banknote here. This is some good old-fashioned paper money. This is an earlier one, Lawson Bowie, with the 2-letter prefix that says GE, and then it's got the serial number after that. Later on, they went to a 3-letter prefix. Now, I didn't actually pay for this. This was a door prize. So at the Brantford Coin Show, I want to give a big shout out actually to Chris Liansakis, who is the president, as well as all of the members who worked at the Brantford show. It was, I think, a resounding success. It was lots of fun. There was no admission, and everybody got a ticket for door prize. It didn't cost any money, and I won a door prize, so that's pretty awesome. So I got this, and of course, I have lots of these $1 bills, so this is something I think I can give away or trade with another collector who might appreciate it. And I just don't need another one in my collection, but others might not have one at all. So again, trading is a great way to spread the love, find some things in your collection that you don't need, and fill some holes of things that you do with others who have things that you need. Well, I hope you enjoyed this look at some coin show goodies that I got. This was a pretty awesome little find here with that silver quarter, and I'm really looking forward to doing something with these. Let me know if you think you'd like to watch that video. I think it might be pretty cool. It'd be something different for my channel. I've seen others do this where they look through a roll to see which ones might grade high. I've never done it. I'm pretty curious what we might get out of that. That should be really cool. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, Capital Hunter, go ahead and hit that button and subscribe. I would love that. I would really appreciate it. I always appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for doing so. We'll see you again next time.
The sponsors of today's video are Lighthouse Canada and the Charlton Press. Lighthouse Canada is the leading supplier of high-quality numismatic supplies in Canada, and the Charlton Press is the leading publisher of coin and paper money catalogs and price guides for Canadian collectors. Go check out their online stores today and use the exclusive discount code CRH20 for 20% off all your purchases.